everyone to get on to the live. But I have just a couple of minutes and I wanted to just get ready with you all for the day and talk to you guys about recurring revenue. Actually, the power of recurring revenue. So, a lot of people have been emailing me, DMing me on TikTok, and asking me questions about government contracting and, can they do it if they are a CPR, I guess, technician, if they're a nurse, if they are a software engineer, if they are whatever. And all the time, the answer is yes. One person said, I'm a baker. What can I do? I told her she could sell bread, she could sell sugar, she could sell milk, she could sell eggs, she could have a catering contract. There's a lot of different things that she's able to do. But what I wanted to mention to you guys is recurring revenues. Sometimes people ask me things like, Leah, what can I so good. Ask me things like, Leah, would you help me figure out which contracts to get? And I always say yes. It depends on what your goal is. So, are you wanting a quick infusion of cash in your business? Are you wanting something more like to replace your income? A quick infusion of cash could potentially replace your income too. So, for example, um, I won a contract and the profit was $50,000. So $50,000 was once upon a time my annual salary. So you see what I'm saying? Like, it could replace your income if you allow it to. So when people ask me, what would you help me, like, would you help me figure out what type of contracts to go after? Yes. I can't control what type of contracts are out there currently, although there are in abundance, and there is definitely something for everybody. Like, literally, people wonder why I tell others about this, and it's the fact that I can't work all these by myself. Ain't no way. And I also don't live in scarcity. And I also understand what it has done for me and in my life. And so, therefore, I share. I share the information. I make you aware. Now, whether you decide to train or coach with me, that's a different thing. But basically, recurring revenue in your business is extremely powerful because, like I said, it can replace your income. So, recurring revenue is revenue that you would get on a recurring basis. Now, the frequency of that basis just depends on the contract. Is it, excuse me, y'all, this morning was just kind of a little bit rough, but is the frequency semi-annually? Is the frequency, um, let's say, is the frequency monthly? You know what I'm saying? Like, how often do you perform on the contract? So some of my cleaning contracts are monthly contracts. We perform on actually daily, but we get paid monthly for it. So that would be recurring revenue. Other contracts are semi-annually. I have a specialty cleaning contract that's semi-annually, and each time we do it, my business profits $30,000 each time we do it. So the question is, do you see the power of recurring revenue? Do you see the power of recurring revenue? Recurring revenue is very powerful in your business. It is very helpful in your business. So if you're able to win a contract that has recurring revenue, then that is good. And you will easily be able to know that the contract has recurring revenue because of what they say in the scope of work. So what are they wanting you to do? Is this something that you will perform on daily? There's some software contracts that there's one that we were working on, but end up missing the deadline. So that was, I was sad about that. But there's some software contracts where you will be able to charge a monthly charge for licensing fees. You would be able to charge, charges for different things. And all of it is determined by what they are asking for. Oftentimes there's something called like a cost table in the contracts. And when you view this cost table, then you will be able to see like how they're wanting things to be priced. And then you will be able to better price your services. And then If you're getting a subcontractor to do it, or if you're getting with another company, which is it's still a subcontractor, then you would just be able to put your profit on top of that. So the question is, like, do you see the power of recurring revenue? Here it is. If you hire people to do it, if you have a subcontractor to do it, then essentially you are doing very little toward this contract on a daily basis, but you are getting paid on it on a monthly basis, or on a quarterly basis, or on a semi-annually basis. And that recurring revenue is something extremely powerful. I keep using the word powerful because that's the best word I could come up with at this point in time. But the recurring revenue could really make a huge difference in your bottom line and in your life, because you are able to be free to go after other contracts too, while people are performing on the contract that you were currently awarded. Does that make sense? So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of food for thought, because of the fact that there's money being spent every day with the government. There's so much money out there. I was on my mentorship call with one of my students yesterday, and we was looking up a contract, and I showed her a janitorial contract in her area that was awarded on the 29th of August for 4.9 million. 4.9 million. It was the janitorial contract that was awarded on the 29th of August, right in her neck of the woods. And she was like, what? So if you do the math with me, I think that was a 5-year contract. So 5-year contract, it was on the federal level. And normally with those type of contracts, it's a 5-year contract. So if you do the math with me, then you'll be able to see that that's practically $5 million, because it was 4,990,000 something dollars. So it was just shy of $5 million. So that's practically $1 million a year. So that's roughly $80,000 a month. So how much of that is their profit? I don't know. I don't know. I have a janitorial formula calculator that, is available for purchase that I use to calculate my janitorial bids. But do you see the power of recurring revenue? If they are able to profit just 30% of that $80,000 per month, do you see the power of recurring revenue? I hope you do. So some people want to work this business and keep their job. Some people want to replace their job. Could 30% of $80,000 help you replace your job? Possibly. What you think? I don't know what kind of job you have. What do you do? Are you at your job right now? It's like 8:25 in the morning. I can't stay on here too long, y'all, because me and my husband, we got somewhere to go. But I wanted to talk to you guys just about, like, thinking in terms like that. Don't just think in terms of, oh my gosh, it's a lot of money. Think in terms of where you want to take this business. What you want to do in this business. You want recurring revenue? So y'all, have a government contracting class where I will be on Zoom with you from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. on the 30th of September. I'm going to give you a coupon code if you want to sign up for that class and get $200 off of that class because you joined my live. The coupon code is LIVE. And if you want to become a student and learn everything that you need to know in a day, then you could do it. Yeah, I'll put that class link in here when I finish this live up. Excuse me. Ninja skincare routine. Thank you. It's glowing. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Maybe it's the makeup. But anyway, guys, that's all that I have. Just think about that recurring revenue. Re-watch this live and leave any questions that you have below. I will put that coupon code for the class that I have coming up on Saturday, September the 30th. And use the coupon code LIVE, L-I-V-E. Use that coupon code if you want to get $200 off of the class. So, yeah, you guys, recurring revenue is something powerful. I know that My first contract that I won with recurring revenue was more than I ever made. My monthly profit was more than I had ever made at any job. So, as an 18-year professional in banking, more than I ever made per month at any job. So, I mean, if that gives you any indication of how powerful it could be, there you have it. All right, y'all. Hope you have a great day. I'll see you later. I'm going to get my mascara done. Trying out this new mascara. Hopefully I like it. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.